Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Wonderful to see so many familiar faces again. Today we have a little different format we're going to briefly recap our announcements up until this point. 6 fields have been unveiled, and then unveil 3 fields, and then welcome a special guest via teleconference or video conference for a brief announcement, a very special announcement. So then the elite fields that we've announced so far, we've got 5 Rio rematches, starting with the men's high jump and Olympic gold medalist Derek Druin. The men's 110-meter high hurdles with Olympic gold medalist Omar McLeod. He'll be going head-to-head with 2012 Olympic gold medalist and world record holder Aries Merritt. The men's triple jump will be 2-time Olympic gold medalist Christian Taylor. The women's long jump, Olympic silver medalist, ranked number 1 in the world last year, and Olympic gold medalist in 2012, Brittany Reese. Women's 400-meter hurdles, Ashley Spencer, bronze medalist in Rio, and then a women's shot put that features 3 Olympians and a number of other star-studded number of other competitive athletes. Those total fields represent more than 30 Olympians already confirmed and announced headed to Drake. Today, I want to first off acknowledge the HyVee Cups and acknowledge the universities that we've announced coming. We've got Illinois on the men's side returning to defend their HyVee Cup championship, Oklahoma State and Ohio State and a number of other schools already confirmed. Today, we're pleased to announce that the Missouri Tigers will also be in attendance. We've stolen them from the SEC in 2017, which will mean Carissa Schweitzer from Dowling High School and the NCAA cross-country champion and NCAA indoor champion will be returning to Drake Stadium. And then moving on, we do have, speaking of Iowa natives returning to Drake Stadium, our biggest announcement to date in the women's 1,500 meters, Jenny Simpson from Webster City originally. She is an Olympic medalist, 5-time Drake Relays champion, undefeated here in Des Moines. She's returning. She'll be going head-to-head with the U.S. indoor mile and 2-mile champion, Sioux City, Iowa native Shelby Houlihan. Shelby is truly one of the most decorated athletes in Drake Relays history, having won 8 titles while she was in high school in Sioux City. That field will be one of the best women's 1,500-meter fields we've ever assembled. In addition to those 2 world-class athletes, we'll play host to Kate Grace, who is an Olympic finalist in the 800 meters, the number 1 ranked 800-meter runner in the U.S. last year. Alexa Aframson, the American junior record holder, she'll be in attendance as well, in addition to Brenda Martinez, Olympic semifinalist, another regular here on the Blue Oval. Then we've got Charlene Lipsey. She won the 1,000 meters indoor and is the second fastest American ever over that distance for over 800 meters. And we have Olympians from New Zealand, Portugal, and Canada. So that field of 10 athletes confirmed truly will be world-class, each and every athlete. Then on the women's side, we're also thrilled to announce an event that we hadn't previously scheduled until just in the recent days, the women's high jump. That event will feature 3 or 4 really world-class athletes. Brigida Barrett, she was the silver medalist in 2012 in the London Olympics. Kimberly Williamson. Kimberly Williamson's the reigning NCAA champion. And Alex Treasure, she was an Olympic finalist in Rio representing Canada. And then we have the indoor pentathlon champion, number 7 jumper in the world in 2017 so far, Erica Borgard. So two new women's events. Certainly the 1,500, one of the top 1,500 meters announced for the outdoor season in the world so far, highlighted by 2 Iowa natives. On the men's side, we also have the men's 1,500. We will have a group of athletes contending for the Drake Stadium record. The record set 1984 by Steve Scott. It's the Drake Stadium and Drake Relays record, 3:38:27. The athletes, the top contenders in that field, Clayton Murphy, he was a Drake Relays champion each of the last 2 years. Last year he was a bronze medalist in the 800 in the Rio Olympics, the NCAA champion for 1,500 meters. He'll compete alongside Hillary Bohr, who is an Iowa State alum and a finalist in the 2016 Olympic steeplechase, and Leo Manzano, a fan favorite here. He was a Drake Relays champion in 2015 and 2012 Olympic silver medalist. So women's 1,500, women's high jump, and men's 1,500, 3 additional star-studded fields. But then for our biggest announcement of the day, or maybe our most special announcement of the day, we'd like to introduce 4-time world champion and 2-time defending Drake Relays champion. He's a track and field legend, Mr. Bershawn Jackson. Bershawn, can you hear me okay?
You're great, yes, sir.
Great. Well, I'd like to turn it over to you for your special remarks today.
Yes, I want to first thank, everyone for so many years, for all the love and support throughout my career. A guy said to me once, any lucky person can have one great season, but it takes resilience to, go a long period of time, with, a high level of competition. And, my whole life I always strive for greatness. My whole career I have always gave it 110%. Track and field saved my life. You talk about a kid from public housing, a kid from Section 8, didn't really have much. And the guy came to me one day and said, I want to invest in you to run track. And he paid for all my out-of-town trips, and he invested so much in my future. And at first I didn't understand why he was doing it. I wasn't that talented. I had a lot of heart, a lot of courage, a lot of desire. And track and field saved my life. Track and field, created the platform not only to get a full scholarship to college and get a college degree. Over the last 15 years of my life, I just gave all sweat, blood, and tears. And this is my last season. It hurts. It's something I'm passionate about. I created passion over the years, and I defeated the odds. They told me I was too short. They told me that 15 strides would never get it done. And year after year after year, I proved all the critics wrong. And I thank God for the gift He gave me. Whoever thought Batman would be the man I am today, it's just, I have to thank George Williams. I have to thank Jesse Hope, who just passed away, for opening that door for me, just to tell me I got faith in you. And I'm confident that, you could be the next great Olympian or the next Olympic medalist. Another thing I want to say is I want to thank Drake Relays. I ran two of my best times ever ran at Drake Relays. So it means a good deed to come and announce my retirement at one of the favorite meets I admire so much. I was going through a rough time in 2013 and 14 with missing the Olympic team, and my first best race I had in 2 years was at Drake Relays, and the way the crowd, embraced me and gave me that love, and, that kind of kick-started my return. Like, Batman is back. So, this season is it. It hurts. I'm ready to start the next chapter in my life. I have 3 amazing kids that's, phenomenal in track and field. Like, they definitely follow in my footsteps. They have all the tools to be great. And the last 15 years, I've been traveling in Europe. I never really had time to be a full-time dad. All the accolades you can possibly think of, I did. I've been a medalist multiple times. I did the unthinkable. So now it's time for me to be a full-time dad, to coach other kids, and hopefully produce that next Olympian. Thanks to track, I am the man I am today, and now it's time for me to pass forward and give to the next one, and let that next kid know that anything you set your mind to, you can achieve. Or, you don't have to be a product to your environment. But just because I'm in a project, you can't be nothing. You can make it. Anything you want to do in life, you can do. And I'm a proven testimony of that. My whole career, I have always gave a lot of heart. People know me for giving heart and desire. And when I step on the track, I'm gonna give it everything I got, every race I'm in. So, I want to teach the next kid to bring that same passion to the sport, and be resilient, and and be humble and determined, and don't let nothing stop you but achieving your goal.
Thanks a lot, Bershawn. So Bershawn is the two-time defending champion. He'll certainly return to the Blue Oval with his third consecutive title in mind, but with all due respect, I don't plan to make it easy for him. He will be facing two Olympic finalists from Rio, both the Jamaican star Answer White and another regular here on the Blue Oval and a World Championship medalist, Javier Coulson. They will both return. Additionally, 2012 Olympic Games silver medalist Michael Tinsley and Jehu Gordon, who was the 2013 world champion, and then a young man, Quincy Downing, who just won the Grenada Invitational last weekend. So with that in mind, Bershawn, how do you feel about the competition and the upcoming Drake Relays?
It's definitely a great field. And one thing I can say, Drake normally put together the best fields. It's always exciting. I look forward to it. You know, I'm a competitor. You know, I'm going to come and I'm going to give 110% every time I step on the track. This past season, I lost my father, and it was a tough year for me. You know, people understand, you know, how important support is. And when your support team, you know, goes away, everything's like, it shambles. And I had a terrible year last year, and I just couldn't get it right. I was very emotional. So this is a test this year to show that I'm still relevant, you know, and it's a lot of young guys in the field. I'm definitely the oldest in the field besides LaRon Ben, who's been around for a while. It's exciting. It's going to be an exciting race for sure, and I definitely look forward to it. I'm well prepared, you know, and I'm known for stepping up to the plate, so we'll see what happens. It would be great to go out with a victory, you know, in my last Drake Relays.
Yeah, I guess I should apologize to LaRon for not mentioning him. You know, he's a Drake coach and a fan favorite here. So, you know, I guess maybe more poignantly, and then if you're all right, we'll maybe open it to the media. But I also want to ask you, what does it mean to be returning to Drake for your last time, for your final Drake Relays?
It means a lot. It means a lot. When I spoke to my agent, I told him to make it work. You know, I really want to run at Drake. You know, Drake is one of the most exciting meets that we have in America. You know, we talk about passionate fans, and the fans is, you know, the atmosphere is always great, you know, and it's something about, I call it a battle dome. You know, you walk in and it's a dome and it's full of people and they energetic, they're excited, they're not just sitting down, you know, being spectators, they actually involved. So it's no bigger honor just to, you know, come to Drake for the last time. You know, my whole career, you know, Nike was sponsoring the Penn Relays, so I never got the opportunity to run at Drake. So with me running at Drake this year, my last time, running my best times there, like I said, when I was down and out, the fans embraced me in every way. They scream and holler Batman every chance they get. It means the world to me. So I'm excited about it, and with my humble heart, I can't wait to be there this year.
Well, my last question, and then we will turn it over to the media. Speaking of your humble heart, do you happen to know who owns this Drake Stadium record?
Yes, I'm definitely going. Let me tell you something. My ultimate goal is to win the World Championship in London. There's no better way to go out on top. But my second, there's 3 races I look forward this year that I'm putting all my heart and guts into. Drake Relays, USA Nationals, and the World Championship. So them 3 races is, you know, kickstart my season, make the team, and end it with strong. So, you know, these 3 races is where it's at, and I want to leave a stamp on my career. I want to leave that legacy here. So I'm definitely going for the meet record. I broke this. I think I had a stadium record, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, and it's always very, very cold. So hopefully this year we get some really, really good weather and some really fast times.
Well, you weren't supposed to announce the weather yet, but I think I'm projecting 70 and sunny, so we'll be okay. And so with that, I'm going to open it up to questions from the media if you're still available for another minute or two.
Yes, I am. Yes, definitely.
Wonderful. Ty, do you want to help in case you have anything that you want to?
If anybody has any questions for Bershawn.
What's the training process like for you now with about 3 weeks left before the Drake Relays comes up here?
Just basically maintaining. The fall normally my base work, and now I'm working on my speed. My first race I ran this year was 49.2 at Florida Relays, just to, you know, open up because I haven't raced since trials. So the main thing now is working on my rhythm. I'm in really good shape. The main thing is working on my rhythm in the hurdles. Like my rhythm's kind of off because I haven't raced in a while, and just staying sharp. At this point, I'm ready. If I ain't ready by now, I'm not gonna be ready. So the next couple of weeks, I'm just gonna be doing more rhythm work on over the hurdles and working on my turnover, my speed, and my finishing over the last 2 hurdles.
Anything else?
Bershawn, thank you very much for joining us today. Pleasure to see you on the big screen here. We'll look forward to seeing you on the big screen in Drake Stadium in a few weeks.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys so much. I look forward to being there.
Great. Thank you, sir.